This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal. TrionaDesign.com.
I'm Charlie Collins and you're welcome to Donegal TV's very special programme from the Donegal Sport Star Awards 2014. A huge crowd here at the Mount Errigal Hotel. And coming up on tonight's show, an in-depth review of the 2014 Donegal Sport Star Awards, including a visit to Hall of Fame winner James McLaughlin at his home club in Burt, an interview with overall winner Mark Aglish's father Joe. But first, let's hear from Chairman of the Committee, Neil Martin. Well, Neil, an exciting night here at the Mount Errigal Hotel, the 39th edition of the Donegal Sport Star Awards, and I know it's a bit of a cliche, but to say that this is an event that has gone from strength to strength is still something of an understatement.
Absolutely, Charlie. I can remember actually I was at the first function in the Milford Inn in 1976 through athletics, naturally, but we had about, I think it was 210, 215. I remember speaking to the boys about it there recently. Now, tonight, we have over 600 people in this function room here, and we could have done another 50 or 60 had we got the facility, and we'll have to look at something like that for next year in terms of 40th anniversary type stuff, and a celebration of sport, naturally, rewarding the participation and honouring the success of the athletes of Donegal in every aspect of sport, from the out front primary sports along, and then of course the minority sports that people don't even hear of. And we have awards here tonight for a whole lot of awards that are minority sports, but the people getting the awards are the best in the country. And people don't realise what we have in Donegal in terms of athletes, sports persons, sports people, volunteers, coaches, managers. The amount of stuff we got in nominations was, as you can see from the list there, there's 164 nominees for 41 awards. It's amazing.
It speaks volumes for the talent that we have in the county, obviously, because like the event, the relatively small numbers compared to tonight, there wasn't that many sports back then either, but we really have excelled in so many sports, both locally, nationally and of course internationally, Neil.
Absolutely, and back at the start, and I think Paul McDade has got the programme for the first night, there was only about 16 awards. Now we're looking at 41, but they are international standard athletes here. There's athletes here and sports people here that have won medals at world level, at European level, at intercontinental level, and internationally, of course, as well.
We obviously have a major role in the economic development of the county, and the social development of the county, and the cultural development. So this is someone that satisfies all three. If you take the social side, if you look at the participation, look at the numbers here tonight, there's over 600 people attending, a major statement of interest and intent, and that promotes participation. It promotes health and well-being, so major contributor to the social side. Then if you look at the cultural end, we're looking at all of the sports that were synonymous with the county, deep-rooted in our culture, whether as I say they are the majority or the minority sports. So again, big contributor there. And then we look at the economic side, and it's a key fit there as well, because many of the athletes that we're celebrating here tonight and have celebrated in previous years have gone on to be extremely successful in their own right, have made excellent careers for themselves, and that has brought a very positive economic spin off to the county. So it's an absolute fit for us.
I'm absolutely thrilled and honoured to be invited here tonight, because apart from the fact that I've been coming to the county for my honeymoon was here 30 years ago this year, but also I admire an awful lot of Donegal sports people, particularly more recently. I suppose you're looking at the guys like Packy Bonner and Shay Given and those guys, Seamus Coleman, and then look at the Donegal footballers. They have brought so much honour and pride to the county. But I suppose tonight is not just about the big names, it really is about sport for all.
And as you say, it's not all about the international stars, because we have those in Donegal, but the Donegal Sport Stars reflect the performances of people in minority sports, and they have to be recognised as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, whether it's boxing, I don't know, would would you call athletics a minority sport? Probably not.
No.
You know, in a county like this, but whether it's, you know, sports like you know, of the intellectual variety, be it drafts, be it darts, whatever. I mean, it just shows you there's a sport for everybody, and it's not I mean, the sport that I'm most interested in myself at this stage, and from a participation point of view, is golf. And you know, where else would you want to be to play golf only in a county like this? So again, you probably wouldn't call golf a minority sport, certainly not in this county. But again, it's just, you know, another example of what people can do, what they can take part in. Be they good, be they bad, they're just getting out there and doing it.
I think anybody who's involved in the health services knows the monetary or the economic benefits of people living healthier lifestyles, and you know that's at an economic level. But at a social level, it has such an impact on people's lives. And you know, the month of January, when maybe people are a wee bit low and maybe there's less money in the pocket and people are struggling, to see people out in the dark running at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, it just shows that there's a bit of spirit there. Donegal people, we always play we play the modest card, which is a Donegal trait, and I think it's a good trait. But sometimes we have to maybe stand up and showcase our successes as well. And this is a phenomenal success story where sport's at the moment across all the spectrum. And you know, it's not all physical sport either. You know, I mean, I presume snooker comes under that umbrella, and but you know, we have our stars locally here as well. So it's good, it's positive, and it's having an impact both locally, nationally, and internationally.
After a lifetime of dedication, both on and off the field of play, Bert's James McLaughlin received the Hall of Fame Award for his contribution to the association, especially hurling in Donegal.
I feel very privileged and proud to get it, like, you know. There's some great hurlers come through this club, you know. I think several of them could go to, but I'm proud to accept it on behalf of all them lads, you know.
In terms of equipment, as James described, things have changed considerably over the years.
We would have had a few even when I started playing, you know. A couple of boys played with them, you know. But the other clubs then objected, and their players wouldn't play if they were in them on, so we weren't allowed to use them. They were great for taking sideline cuts. Like.
James remains committed to the association and particularly its core principles.
I think it's one of the greatest associations in the world, you know. Being amateur, and hopefully it stays that way, you know. There's a lot of professionalism creeping into everything now, and probably a bit into the GAA, but it would never be the same if you were to sort of do away with the lad who takes the youngsters out onto the pitch and the amount of work that they do, you know. I remember when myself and Danny Dowd started out coaching again. We had a game in Carndona, and there was no club structure as such. And we had two cars. I had a red Capri, and I was going through Buncrana on the road to Cairn with a few boys on. And the regard at a checkpoint out at Cockhill, and they held me up and they looked down. My God, he says, where are you going? I said, we have a match, the minibus let us down, you know. And there was no minibus. I had 13 youngsters and 3 in the boot. And you wouldn't get away with that now, like, you know.
James has many fond memories of his playing days with both Bert and Donegal.
That's myself, James Gallagher, William Corn, Sean Crawford, Jude, James Burns, Charlie McGrath, that's old Hugh Horace, who's a legend, but a great hurling man. Like.
2014 was a watershed year for Mark Aglish. The Letterkenny man produced a number of outstanding track performances, culminating in his bronze medal in the 800 metres at the European Championships in Zurich. Mark became the first ever Irish athlete to win a medal at the 800 metres at the Europeans. His award on the night was collected by his father Joe and sister Michelle on what was a great night for the whole English family.
And 2014 was a very good year, and this year really puts the icing on the cake for him. I mean, he started off with the indoors way back in February, and then he had a bit of a health issue there throughout the early part of the summer, and he managed to get to Zurich, and despite what we thought, he actually managed to get to the start line, because he picked up his antibiotics at the airport, and we were just wondering, would he make the start line? He did. We know he got the bronze medal, and it was a very, very good summer for us. It was such a privilege for us and the whole family were there to see him. And tonight is the culmination of just a celebration of that whole year. Yeah. And I've been coming here for the last nearly 16 years, and Mark picked up an award away here years ago, back as a primary school student, and on and off over the years we've seen all the huge talent that collected the overall sports award. So for Mark to join that elite band of people is an absolute it's fantastic. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, Mark Aglish is a name that's recognised now nationally and internationally, but as you say, Joe, to receive awards from among your own people, where you started and where I know means so much to Mark because he said it, that's the ultimate for him, really.
Oh, absolutely, Charlie. Mark would just love to be here. He loved it the first night he was in here picking up his wee primary school award, and he used to see people like Sean Carlin and Sharon Foley and Gary Cross and going up for the award. I suppose he wondered sometime, would he ever get a chance? He would just love to be here, because I know he would say a few things. He would thank so many people, Charlie, for where he has got to today. His first juvenile coach was Neil Cullen, who was a former work colleague of yourself. He was indeed. And I'm sure, Charlie, if he was able to be here tonight, that he would dedicate that award to Neil Cullen. Neil Cullen was his juvenile coach for a lot of years. Yeah.
And I know he's somebody that Mark looked up to, because the kids all looked up to Neil. So as you say, it'd be wonderful if both of them could be here tonight, Joe.
Absolutely, Charlie. Neil would just love it to be in the corner, just looking up at him, just going up to the stage. He meant an awful lot to Mark when he was young. And then after that, he was fortunate enough to have people like Hugo Dugan. They used to go down to the Fern Pitch in Milford. Hugo was a past recipient of this award as well. So, he helped out with Mark along the way. And then when Mark was in transition year, he fell into the hands, so gratefully, of Teresa McDade. And from 16 or 17 up until, last May, Teresa just took 5 years out of her life and dedicated it to Mark. And, he would love to be here tonight and to say thank you to Teresa for taking him that whole distance in his formative years. So those two people have an awful lot of tributes to be paid to.
Sure.
Yeah.
So 2014 ended brilliantly, 2015 has begun brilliantly, and of course the expectation of Mark now is so high, and we're all looking forward to the next year, 18 months.
Oh, absolutely, Charlie. 2015 now beckons. He's away this weekend. He's just on duty with the Irish team. The distance medley relay, the New Balance Games in the Armoury indoor arena, a massive arena where true fans of athletics come. There's no corporate seats in that venue, so anyone who comes there, they know their athletics, they love it, Charlie. And Mark just absolutely adores that type of an atmosphere. Yeah. So that's the start of it, And a long year ahead. He's got the Irish indoors to come back to. He might do one or two Grand Prix races indoors before that, and then it's off to the European indoors in March over in Prague, and he's looking forward to that. He missed it the last time.
This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal. TrionaDesign.com. Advertise now on Donegal TV, broadcasting worldwide. Email info@donegaltv.ie or call 00353 86 406 3770. Hyundai is Ireland's fastest growing car brand. See the full range of new Hyundai models and a wide selection of used cars at T. Diver & Sons Limited, Canal Road, Letterkenny. 00353 7491 22600. Celebrating 30 years in the motor business, Diver's Garage with Hyundai, Ireland's fastest growing car brand. DonegalDaily.com, Donegal's largest news website. For up-to-date news, sport and events from Donegal, click DonegalDaily.com. Thinking of buying a Sony TV, tablet, camera or sound system? Sony Centre Letterkenny will not be beaten on price, advice or service. Call Sony Centre Letterkenny on 0035374 911337. Sony, make believe. This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal.
Welcome back to part 2. A huge number of other awards were presented on a very successful night. Mark Aglish also got the Athletics Award, while Cian Hickey from Letterkenny Blaze got the Basketball Award. Michael Gallagher from Finn Valley Boxing Club got the Boxing Award. The Clay Pigeon Shooting went to Garage Driver from Rafo Gun Club. Ciara Dugan of the Errigal Cycling Club picked up the Cycling Award, while the Special Athlete Award went to May Carr and Patrick Quinlivan. And tell me, Patrick, they were saying you've had a very busy time travelling all over the place. Just tell us something about that.
I've been travelling to Britain, and I've been doing like a lot of games yesterday, like the British squad finals. And I've also been doing the NDPs, that's a competition levels.
Yes.
And then I've been doing the All-Irelands, the national games, and I won 7 gold medals on that.
A lovely award here, and I was talking to Patrick. He's very happy. You must be very happy as well.
Yeah, I'm really happy as well.
Very happy. And tell me, do you practice a lot for your gymnastics?
Yeah.
How many days a week? 4 days a week. And what's your favourite?
Body Wars.
Yes. And are you very happy coming to this big crowd tonight here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Were you excited about going up on stage?
Yeah.
Yes. And tell me now about this lovely award. Where is it going? Pride of place at home?
Yeah.
The Equestrian Award went to Lisa Moore from Ramelton, while 3 times All-Star Neil McGee picked up the GAA Football Award. In golf, Kyle McCarran of the Northwest Golf Club got the award there, while in gymnastics, Aglish McLaughlin of Letterkenny picked up the award. James Curry, formerly of Rafo Hockey Club and now in Stonians, picked up the Hockey Award, while the Motorcycling Award went to young Richard Kerr from Kilmacrennan, who was delighted.
Really didn't expect to get the award, because I know the competition was tough, there was 2 other really good riders against it. Yeah, I'm happy to get it.
Yeah. You've been at it for a while?
Yeah, I've been at it since I was like a cub, about 6 years old or something at the motocross, and in 2013 I moved to the short circuits and had 2 great seasons in it. It's pretty fast, last year, I had a bike and it was a production bike, and it would do like 100 miles per hour roughly, and this new bike, it's a GP bike and it does around 130 miles per hour, so fantastic. Fast enough, I suppose.
The Hurling Award went to Paul Sheridan from Airua Ballyshannon, while Samantha Weir picked up the Martial Arts Award, and John Joe McGee from Buncrana picked up the award for Mind Sports. 2014 had been a magnificent year for the boys, Declan and Brian, and not surprisingly, they picked up the Motorsport Award.
We won the Tarmac Championship, we won the National Championship for the second time this year, as well as last year, and the most of all was Donegal International, which was the big one for us to get.
Yeah. I mean, that was what it's all about, really. Only the second Donegal crew to ever won, coming in the footsteps of Vincent Boner and Seamus McGettigan, who held that title for so long.
That's right, Charlie. Yeah, it was great to get it. It was a dream for us, as opposed to get Donegal and the Harvest in the 1 year. We had always looked around the rest of the country, but to get 2 on our own county the 1 year was fantastic now, right?
The Para-Athlete Award went to Noel O'Donnell of Bunagee United Football Club, while the Powerlifting Award went to Stranorder-based Mick Coleman.
I've competed since 2010, and in 2011 I competed for Ireland in the Europeans, and there was only 4 of us.
Yeah.
Last year in the Worlds there was 97 in the Ireland team, and there's 400 for the nationals in February to qualify for the Ireland team. So there's 400 going to Cork to try and make the Ireland team.
Yeah, that's some growth in a relatively short period. Why is it growing so much and so quickly?
Because you go against your own age and your own weight. If you're over 40, you're in the Masters. If you're over 42, it's the Masters too.
Yeah.
So you're never against people that are really
much
younger,
yeah,
and bigger, and so it is really.
You could call it a very democratic sort of a sport.
It's very, very democratic.
Yeah. The Professional Sports Achievement Award went to Republic of Ireland and Everton full-back Seamus Coleman, and the Killybegs man's brother Francis was there to collect the award on Seamus's behalf. Nora Stapleton of Fawn and of course the Irish Rugby International picked up the award in rugby, while the Sealands Award went to Sean McCarter from Buncrana, whose mother picked up the award on Sean's behalf. Young Conor Mackay picked up the Rowan Award, and not surprisingly, he was very happy.
I am, very delighted now. Didn't really expect it, seeing that the two bucks were up against me.
Yeah.
One of them won it last year, so.
Yeah. You roll with these boys all the time, do you?
Well, there's a mix of 4 or 5 of them there. So I'll be rowing with the under-18s and the under-16s and a few subs in between. So.
Yeah. I mean, rowing wouldn't be one of the majority sports, if that's the best way to put it. A lot of young lads involved in it. How did you get involved in it?
Well, it was just up the road from my house, so I was running for 2 or 3 years before I joined, and somehow they managed to persuade me to get down, so
yeah,
just been at it now. This is my 2nd year at it, so I'm glad I'm joined it now, to be honest.
Is it all young lads of your own age?
No, it's goes from seniors all the way down, like under 12s I think, or under 14s was the youngest category this year, and there's men's and women's and ladies and girls and all the rest.
Yeah. The Snooker Award went to Anthony Boner from the Northwest Snooker Club. He's represented Ireland on many occasions and feels that snooker is once again on the up and up in Donegal.
And that's the first time it was at the Sports Awards. It's great to see it. Great to see it happening.
Just in terms of around the county now, what sort of numbers of clubs and players?
It's picking up now. I know a lot of clubs closed down, but it has picked up in the last while. There's Ronnie O'Sullivan, I suppose, has done a lot for the game and brought it back.
Yeah.
When Alex Higgins went away, it kind of died, but it's back again now. It's back.
And it's a good point, because actually the snooker kind of went missing from our TV screens for a long time as well.
It's back on the BBC now a lot, and the World Championship is coming up, and there seems to be a big interest in it now.
Yeah.
We notice it in the clubs, there's a lot of big numbers coming in now again. So
you were in India and you were in China, and I mean, that's exciting to go and play in them countries.
Good to get away. We're heading away for Malta now in March, the end of March, for the Europeans again. So
fantastic.
Need to get a bit of practice in.
Yeah. The Swimming Award went to Matthew McGarrigle from Ballyshannon, and it was another Ballyshannon person, Sarah Meehan, who picked up the Surf Lifesaving Award.
I'm absolutely thrilled. I didn't expect it.
And tell us about the Surf Lifesaving. What's involved?
Surf Lifesaving is something that I'm very passionate about, but it involves 2 competitions, an indoor pool competition and an outdoor sea competition. And within the pool you have about 7 events, and in the sea you would have equally about 7 events. Okay. So in the swimming pool you have simulated rescues and speed work and rope throw, and then in the sea you'd have a sea swim, a paddleboard, ski, ocean woman and several other rescues.
The transplant athlete was Kieran Murray from Ramelton, while the Triathlon Award went to Christine Russell of the Letterkenny 24/7 Club. Republic of Ireland international Ciara Grant, now playing for UCD Waves, picked up the Soccer Award for 2014.
Oh, it's lovely. I've been at these awards a couple times now, and it's always a great occasion. Like, it's over 600 people here, and it's great to get nominated, and even better when you actually win the category. So it's very happy.
And nominated in a very competitive section, because obviously soccer's a big sport here, and the quality of people who nominated clearly showed that.
Yeah, definitely. And some of those girls coming up, I know Roma quite well, and I had the privilege of playing against her actually, I think, late last year. And I was very impressed, because last time I'd seen her she was only small, so there's lots of good girls coming out of Donegal, so it's great to see.
In the school awards, the Primary School Boy Award went to Shane O'Donnell of Skull Columkill Letterkenny, while the girl at primary schools was Saoirse Boner from Keju National School in Burton Port. The Secondary School Boys Award was picked up by Brendan O'Donnell of St Eunan's College, while the Girls Award went to Karen Ward of St Columbus in Stranraer. The Primary School Award went to Scull ní Fécra in Illistrin, while the Primary School Teacher Award went to Marie McCole from Keju National School, Burton Port. The Secondary School Teacher Award went to Stephen Doohan from PCC in Fulcara, and the Secondary School Award went to Mulroy College in Milford. Its principal, Fiona Temple, was delighted.
An award like this really gives great recognition to all of the staff of the school, all of the different sports events that happen throughout the year, and we really are very proud of everybody in the school. I suppose we're a relatively small secondary school, but yet the achievements that you can reach, it goes far beyond really what teachers give in classrooms and in schools nowadays. And this goes from first years right up to sixth years. Of course, we had an All-Ireland last year. Senior girls won the All-Ireland. They're actually the same team are in an All-Ireland again next Wednesday. Fantastic. So they're hoping to retain that title. But we have so many events from first year clubs right up, so we're very proud. It's really down to the dedication of the staff in the school, and I have to give them great acknowledgement for that too. Yeah. But there's great talent and young people there today, so it's great to acknowledge that.
It proved to be a great night for the Termon GAA club's All-Ireland champions. They picked up the team award, while team manager Francie Friel got the manager's award. And top scorer Geraldine McLaughlin was presented with the Brendan McDade Memorial Special Achievement Award for what was a super year for the Termon ladies. The Appreciation Award went to Breed McGinty from Lagan Harps, who was delighted to have been recognised.
I'm actually shocked. Don't know who nominated me or anything. We have been doing well in football for the last couple of years. Underage girls football in Donegal was non-existent about 5-6 years ago, whereas now we have got people on international teams. Today 3 Lagan players got nominated or picked for the under-16 squad coming up now in middle of February. So like the Appreciation Award, it's all the girls' hard work that makes my job easier.
The International Recognition Award went to the Finesse Gymnastics team, and the Special Recognition Award was jointly awarded to Cockhill Celtic's Malachy McDermott and the Donegal Darts team, who were naturally very happy.
About time we got someone like that, because it's 11 times we've won it within 16 years, so it's the first time ever we got any recognition for what we've achieved.
Yeah, and that's fantastic, because, and I suppose it says that darts has been seen in the past as very much a minority sport, which it's not.
No, definitely not. It's getting very big and popular again throughout Ireland and Donegal, especially in Donegal at the minute, because you know some of the best players in Ireland and Donegal at the minute, so they're without a doubt.
And winning that championship, I mean, that must have been so exciting.
Wow, it's the best feeling you'll ever get of your life, you know, and going up in front of a crowd and trying to win your game for your county, and when you get a point on the board, it makes it even more special. Like.
Sure. And I mean, obviously there's a lot of talent in the team. Is there practice sessions, or is it just a matter that everybody's playing a lot of darts?
We're playing a lot of darts, going to tournaments around Donegal, and even travelling maybe up the country to tournaments, like, you know, doing. Well, a lot of the boys does very well in the tournaments, like.
The Young Sportsperson of the Year award went to Carl Griffin of UCD Athletic Club, a young man who had a tremendous 2014, and someone I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more of in the future. So that's it from the Donegal Sport Star Awards for 2014. Congratulations to all the winners and the nominees. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, or rewatch the show again at donegaltv.ie. From all the team, Slán agus Banat.
This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal. TrionaDesign.com. Advertise now on Donegal TV, broadcasting worldwide. Email info@donegaltv.ie or call 00353 86406 3770. Hyundai is Ireland's fastest growing car brand. See the full range of new Hyundai models and a wide selection of used cars at T. Diver & Sons Limited, Canal Road, Letterkenny. 00353 7491 22600. Celebrating 30 years in the motor business, Diver's Garage with Hyundai, Ireland's fastest growing car brand. DonegalDaily.com, Donegal's largest news website. For up-to-date news, sport and events from Donegal, click DonegalDaily.com.
CoLab, turning knowledge into enterprise. Home to your new business idea. Located at Letterkenny Institute of Technology. Create your own future and choose CoLab as the home for your innovation and technology business idea. Visit colab.ie. Your business journey begins here.